Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing The Nice Guys, directed by Shane Black, and it stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Now, I heard a lot of great stuff about this movie before entering this movie. The fact that it's one of those rare films that are just good as films and movies that are very enjoyable. So that set my expectations very high for this movie before entering, but I lowered it a bit before actually watching it. But after watching it, I realized this is actually a really great and awesome film. It's funny as hell. And the action is just very original, and it contains itself in its own world. It doesn't need to bring in other big things just to make it seem better than it is. It just needed a few characters. And yeah, it didn't need too much for it to become a great film. And the director of this is Shane Black, the guy who directed Iron Man 3. And I love the Iron Man 3. That's my favorite of the three movies. The only reason is Mark 42 and it's Iron Man, come on. But as a movie, I wouldn't say Iron Man 3 is a great movie. But then I had bias towards it just because it's Iron Man and I love Mark 42. That's so awesome. Can you imagine a suit flying at you in pieces and you're Iron Man? That's a dream of mine. Now, I really like this movie. And the reason is probably because of the characters. So the main characters are the characters of Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, obviously. So this movie, the characters are very unique. They had their own thing, and what I liked about this is that these characters are like the typical characters in buddy cop movies or movies like this. These crime movies that are in LA, characters are like that. But the characters are like that. They've been done before, but the way this was done and the relationship between these characters were just done super well. I thought there was not really any flaws in this movie. And this is one of those rare movies where Ryan Gosling isn't the most serious character in the film. And Russell Crowe's character, man, was he menacing. He was like, he just punched people that he didn't even know who they were. He just had a name and he just beat them up because they were causing some form of trouble. And doing that, he got into trouble himself. The character of Ryan Gosling is a private investigator who is in the business, but he isn't doing so well because he's not the kind of guy you would take seriously. But Russell Crowe's character, he would seem like the type of guy who would do really well in the private investigation field, but he wasn't hired or that didn't become his job. Now, one character here that really surprised me was the character of the daughter of Ryan Gosling. Now, she really added another layer to this movie, and I expected her character to be just added there just so we feel sorry for Ryan Gosling that he has a daughter to take care of. But this girl, very independent. She drives at 13. Well, it's the 70s. What can you expect? Her character wasn't written just to add filler and more time to the movie. Her character was actually written to do stuff, and she actually did stuff that was important to advance the plot, which was great. And she gives a motive to the character of Ryan Gosling. Kim Basinger was also in this movie. Kim Basinger, Eminem's mom in 8 Mile. She was in this movie, and I felt like her character was pretty rushed. But then I guess if they added more to the character, it would have been like, it wouldn't really make so much sense because you don't need to know much about this bad guy. You just need to know what her motives are and the reason of why she's bad. And that's what they gave us. Now, if they just added 20 more minutes to the runtime of this movie just to support the plot, this movie would have been way better in my opinion. But not to say this movie is a great film. This movie is a great action film, great comedy, great film in general. And the use of location was really well. Now, the acting here was done really well. Every person who acted in this movie just killed it. The person who plays the character of Ryan Gosling's daughter, Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe, Kim Basinger, they all did good. But Kim Basinger, she has that form of acting that's like exactly the same in every single movie. But what can I say? Now, do I recommend watching this movie? Hell yes, I would recommend watching this movie. Would I get this movie on Blu-ray? I actually will get this movie on Blu-ray myself. Now, what do I rate it out of a 10? I rate it an 8. 8 flat out of 10. No decimals. So yeah, thanks for watching my movie review for The Nice Guys. If you watch it, maybe comment down below what you think about it and tell me. See you guys in the next movie review.